Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the mass.
Hi there. I'm checking the sound myself, okay? And I'm so sorry that we've been having issue with the audio. And I'm so sorry that I think it's working now. And we can actually do our program tonight. I am very, very sorry. I apologize. Something went wrong with the settings tonight. And good enough. I think we are good to go. What I was saying in that earliest two broadcasts that we tried that we had problems with was that it has finally happened. As you have read the caption of the broadcast, yeah? And also, as you have been following the news back in Nigeria, the Benue state government has now given the directive to their own citizens to carry AK47 and defend themselves. And that simply tells and confirms that the breakup of Nigeria that everyone has been talking about, anticipating and all that, might actually come sooner than anyone would actually imagine. Now, we know that they have already started the genocide in the eastern Nigeria as we speak. The Benue people have been massacred in their thousands. Now it's official in Benue state, and nobody can fault them. So I'm going to take you through all of this tonight. The other part that we're going to talk about tonight is the latest from the minority political parties in the National Assembly. They are now taking a position that they are ready to go ahead and effect their own constitutional power in curbing the drift of the breakup of Nigeria that has become so imminent. So thank you so much for the fact that you are able to stay back, and for those who are still going to probably make it up tonight, because so many people will be like, Maiyegun is having problem with the audio and possibly will not be live again tonight. So to those of you who are able to come back, thank you. And just like I said earlier, which many of you didn't actually hear me, right? If you are joining my channel for the first time, or this is your second time that you are watching Maiyegun's Diary videos, I would say you can subscribe if you haven't. And it takes just about 15-20 seconds to do that. Quite so less than a minute. And we can do that before we continue. The Kalsala has burst now, and therefore we should all get prepared. Alerted. Okay, a minute. So the interesting part of tonight's broadcast is that I plan to make this a two-part broadcast, whereby I will present the first update to every one of you, as usual, the first hour. The second part will be for you to phone in and make your own contribution as well tonight. But if time will permit us to do that, sure, we will do that. And if time doesn't anymore, we'll do that tomorrow. However, I have this opening from the Benue state government, Governor Ortom, right? Listen.
Following the increasing space of insecurity across the country with security operatives overstretched, the Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has enjoined residents to rise up to the occasion by using any form of legal weapon in self-defense, no matter how local. Ortom, who made the call in Makurdi, the state capital, insists that the days of running helter-skelter and being intimidated have passed.
A burning issue of national concern is the steady decline in security, which naturally takes front burner of discussions in any gathering.
You proscribe IPOP. Within IPOP did not kill anybody until that time. IPOP shot no gun. And IPOP was proscribed as a terrorist group. Now these people are taking sophisticated weapons. They are all over the country. Until this moment, the Fulani killer headsmen have not been proscribed as a terrorist group. And they are the worst terrorist group on earth. So it means that if you are silent over evil, you are part of the evil.
For everyone who is a Benue man or women, for this reason, as the governor of Benue State, I have upgraded women to be men in Benue State. So every woman in Benue State, take the weapon that you can confront our enemies, wherever they are. Bring your AK47. We'll bring our own locally lawful arrows and spears and cutlasses and this thing, and deal with the situation.
He agreed with the Christian leader that it was high time to fight for the soul of the country.
There was time for killing, but the time for killing have gone. Today it is time to live and to work, to exercise our faith and fight for the soul of our state and the soul of our nation.
Ortom, who declared war on his state's assailants Thursday during an expanded stakeholders meeting, insists that the days of surrendering to bandits are over.
So no more crying again. We're not crying.
Dofan Aka, AIT News.
Okay, let us take him serious. Okay, let's agree that he would rather use bows and arrows on camera. He knows that he's not going to face AK47 wielding terrorists with bows and arrows. You get what I mean now? But we all know better because they don't use bows and arrows whenever they are doing their political, war. So we should know better. The point there is that every Benue man and woman now knows that they have the right to defend themselves, and we know that the powerful Fulani government in the in Abuja, they've already declared jihad fatwa on Ortom. They have already said that they will kill him. They've told him repeatedly that if he continue to grandstand and stand in their way, they will kill him. But that is not just what I want you to be part of tonight. The fact that a state governor, after so many cries, finally realized that he has to make a statement that a very bold one that encourages his own people that, listen, the era of us crying, running, and pleading for people to come and protect us is gone. You can now go ahead and defend yourself. That is exactly what you would expect from the governors of the governors in southern Nigeria. As we speak, they are moving these terrorists in every day. People are sort of, intercepting them in different parts of the southern Nigeria. But the southern governors, the southern politicians, who are underplaying the threat, who are underplaying the security threat, economic threat that this is going to be for them and for their people, they continue to undermine it and underreport it. Yesterday or 2 days ago, the governor of Ondo State, a Yoruba governor, was out despite the atrocity, the destruction already committed in Ondo State by these Fulani terrorists, which has prompted the governor to vow that he was going to fish them out through Amotekun, that has become a paper tiger now. The same governor came out and he said people should hand over their guns to the police. When the people are attacked, when they call on the police, and the police ask you who are those attackers, if you tell them that they are Fulani terrorists, the police will tell you, right, to run for your life. And if you should go back there and fight, the policemen will allow them kill you, attack and do all that. The moment you now start, grouping up to go back and revenge, as they call it, retaliate, then that is when you will see the police coming, the van, the military, to come and arrest all of you who want to go back and fight. Fight who? And in that same Yoruba land. And let me tell you something. This, as you have Ortom in Benue, asking the people of Benue that you have been killed a lot. There is nothing I can do to protect you than for all of us to begin to protect ourselves. Okay? We know that many people have been arrested even in Benue State. Those who they confirmed to be or somehow to be helping the government of Benue State in combating the Fulani terrorist invasion. Many of them have been chased out of Benue State simply because they are standing with their government. Okay, so now that Benue State they've taken a stand in eastern Nigeria, especially in Olu, of late, they have been committing genocide that I told you about. They have they've kidnapped their school children, marched them. School students, marched them into the forest right now. That's between Okigwe and Oturu in Abia State University students. They are still in the hands of their captors, right? In the forest as we speak. Meanwhile, the Nigerian military, who said they are going after criminals as we speak, maybe if they can tell us tomorrow, the only people who are looking for these kidnapped students are the ESN IPOB members. They are those who are looking for them. In fact, God should just bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for all of you Biafrans, those who actually agree with him and those who don't agree with him. If you understand what you are into, right, you will abandon that your whatever sentiment that makes you think it doesn't deserve to be the leader of the Biafrans today. He is the only one who has declared where they were holding these students and other travelers they kidnapped. And is the only one speaking up so strongly about these people being killed by the Nigerian military as we speak. The Nigerian military are going from house to house, arresting and killing every young Igbo, every young Igbo man, woman, youth. They are picking them up and killing them and tagging them ESN members. While Fulani terrorists continue to ravage the land as we speak. The Southeast governors, they call them the Fulafus or the Fulani slaves, as some would love to call them. They are quiet. They are watching as the Nigerian military continue to hunt down their own youth. So 2 terrorist groups are now in the eastern Nigeria. Fulani terrorist group, Nigerian Fulani military terrorist group. And they are doing one job. Same thing. Wrecking havoc, massacring, genocide. I'm talking about total annihilation. And the only people who are standing in their ways are the ESN. So you better be careful of what you wish for. When you wish them dead, you practically you are wishing yourselves and everything you care about in Biafra, simply because of whatever you have against them. However, the only people standing in their way as we speak are the ESN, and they are the only people they are hunting down now. But good enough. Senator Abaribe, that they are plotting now to either kill or arrest, is managed to lead those he called the National Assembly Minority Party Caucus that cut across all, geopolitical zone, I'm going to say. Something everybody has been asking for. That, listen, where is the National Assembly? How come they have nothing to say or do? Is there no law that gives them power to actually, stop this madness, stop this killing and all of that? Yes, there are laws, but they are military decrees. They are not effective. But I'm glad that they are taking a position. Posterity will judge them. Senator Abaribe, Eyinaya Abaribe, had this to say. And I want you to listen to every word that they have to say in this press release. It's so important. I'll come back to it.
Press briefing of the minority parties, the caucus of the minority parties in the National Assembly, both Senate and the House of Rep. We have looked at all the issues that are befalling Nigeria at this moment, and we have gone through serious discussions in this caucus meeting with respect to the security of Nigeria. Also, we have looked at the constitutional reforms, and we have also, at the same time, made what we will call suggestions about the way forward for the country. Specifically, the caucus, the minority caucus of the National Assembly, expresses very strong concern about the ineptitude and the inability of the APC-led government to arrest the drift to anarchy of our nation at this time. This APC-led government at inception and during the campaigns prior to the 2015 elections made promises to the Nigerian public, the first of which that they were going to deal with security and that there will be nothing like security challenges within their tenure. Sadly, and most unfortunately, from 2015 to date, rather than resolving the security situation, the APC-led federal government has rather broadened the security challenges that we were. And so, from the problems of the Northeast, it has spread to the Northwest, to the North Central, to the Southeast, to the South-South, and the Southwest. And virtually every part of this country is now beset with one security challenge or the other. And we therefore, as a caucus, suggest that immediate steps should be taken by the government at all levels to set up proper security infrastructure, whether in the mode of the state police and other constitutional reforms, to be able to arrest the drift of the nation. The caucus also expresses very strong reservations about the economic strategy of the government, which has culminated into what is called quantitative easing, but which the ordinary man knows as printing money. And we feel that this strategy has led us to the very high inflation that we have today, devaluation of our naira to heights that we never expected. And it has also concomitantly brought out unemployment and has also led the government to contemplate, as we see today, to raise the price of fuel, electricity tariffs, and all manners of charges on the hapless Nigerian public. And we think that the government should reverse itself and should not continue in its mindless borrowing without seeing any effort, any benefits that are coming from it. Thirdly, the caucus has also taken note of the fact that the president is absent from duty. We have not seen our president. We have not heard from our president, despite the daily killings that are going on and that has turned Nigeria into a killing field of unimaginable proportion. And therefore, the caucus has taken note and will continue to take note of the constitutional breaches that is happening at this time by the government of the APC, and will at the appropriate time utilize all constitutional methods and measures available after consultation with our colleagues to do the needful to save the country from collapse. We also, as a caucus, want to put on notice to all Nigerians and the international community about the threats to the lives of our members, to those who come out to say things that are true about the state of Nigeria today. And these threats have come in various forms, including threat to life. And we call on the APC government that they, prior to the time they became the government of the day, were let and were free to go around and say what they wanted, express themselves, and were able to even do a march, a demonstration led by the president himself. And so this descent into stifling democracy is not what we envisaged when Nigerians fought for a democratic government. And so we condemn this attempt at holding everybody down and trying to shut us up and make sure that nobody says anything, because they think that by doing so, that the problems of the country will disappear. We say that the problems will not disappear. This is a time that needs the president to come out and take charge of his government and take us all away from the problems that we are seeing today. Finally, we as a caucus are opposed to the continued superintendence of the registration of national identity and other security electronic acts of our government by someone whom the country has lost confidence in. And we ask the government to go ahead and summon the courage to do the needful, that when people lose confidence in a member of this government, that person should either quit or be fired. And we want to thank Nigerians for their...
Well, that is Senator Eyinaya Abaribe. Speaking as usual, he is a target. But let me tell you what is going to happen with all that is going on right now, especially with the positions that people are now taking. These positions might be coming late. So many people are still going to speak up. I mean, so many people are still going to fire down seriously. And at the end of the day, it is either they get rid of Buhari and his gang of terrorists, or the Buhari's government will unleash the last stage of their planned breakup of Nigeria. This is what's going to happen. Some bold lawmakers, finally, they are going to agree to initiate impeachment move right? Then this is where this whole thing will turn to the north versus the south. It won't be about the security anymore. You know, it's always never been about the security when it comes to ending the insecurity. It has always been about the north versus the south, Muslim versus the Christians, Fulani versus the rest of the country, right? That's something I want to check. Please tell me if you have any issue with the audio. Somebody said the audio keeps going back and forth. Please let me do some adjustment on that as well. You might as well drop it in the comments if the audio is better and not going back and forth. You know what I mean? Off and on. So what will happen then is that those National Assembly Fulani apologists, this terrorist apologists who are senators, rep member, they will then now gang up. They will now identify those courageous members who will stand up and demand that either Buhari resign or they will impeach him. I mean, seriously. Not because they will have the number to do it. You will get to see all of the shameless, I'm talking about the shameless betrayers, the saboteurs from your own different part of the country that time. When everybody says, you know, at this point, is so long overdue. Get rid of these criminals, get rid of the constitution, give the people the opportunity to decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not, or else everybody will be consumed. But they won't do it, you know. First, they will now change to two. They will say, those of you who are trying to tell Buhari to resign, you are actually the people who is trying to cause war in Nigeria. You see all this problem, you will all then realize that all the interviews, some of them are talking, all these things they are granting here and there about how they think the problem should be solved or go away. It's all eye service. If anybody initiates an impeachment move, then you will see where everybody belongs. That they are so comfortable with the rots. But for political exigencies, right? Tell me, you will get to know where they stand. And that is where the whole thing will end. And when that rancor starts, you might just wake up one day and they will say, Fulani terrorists, they invaded National Assembly and they detonated bomb. And they have killed 40 senators. By the time you check, majority of them will be those who oppose them. Do you get that now? When that is done, that will be the final bomb, okay? The military, they will just bring one aboki. That one will say, fellow Nigerians, because you need the blessing of the Sokoto Caliphate, even in the military, you need their blessing to take over. And since they are now seeing that the whole country is already gone, and the only thing to keep the country together is to unleash violence, that we invite military, and that's an opportunity for them. They can quickly appoint one Suberu. They will just say, Major General Suberu Konko is the new military president of Nigeria. Baba, at that point, nobody can convince you anymore that Nigeria is going to break up. There will not be any military in that country that's going to last anymore. You see that olden days, when military says gang, 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 you know, military take over. If any, you can see the military now, Abi, are they not the ones being killed, rattled, by ragtag Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram? Are they not the same? But before this Boko Haram got empowered this much, nobody knew that Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian army, could end up being slaughtered like common civilian like me and you. So now that Nigeria has gotten to a stage where everybody is picking up guns to defend themselves, you think with this enlightenment, we will now open our eyes, Abi? Another Aboki, they will declare him president, a coup, because that's where this is going. That is where this is going. That is why those of you who are foolish enough to think 2023 is something that can be a sort of a rebirth. There is no rebirth for what Buhari has done to Nigeria as we speak. People are going to act. Absolutely. People are going to act. They will be speaking in hushed tones. You know, everybody will be speaking in hushed tones. You know. Then everybody will stop speaking in hushed tones. They will start putting faces to what they say. and they will be meaning it. People will be calling for the shutdown of the country, shutdown of the National Assembly. Last, military will just jump in. And that is what we are all waiting for. Let them bring that military. Let that Abubakar, Major General Abubakar, this and that. Let him declare that he's taking over Nigeria. And therefore, everybody should stop nonsense in that place, Abi. It will become the Major General President of Northern Nigeria. That is what will happen. And that is why I am telling you now that follow it. Follow this event. And don't be surprised when that eventually happens. Nigeria has become a failed country. No joke. In everything. Law and order. What do you call it? Security. Economy. I mean, even morality. Everything is gone. It can no longer be patched, managed, or hidden anymore. Do you get what I mean now? It's gone. And people are going to react. So are you telling me that they will have to send military to everywhere? And then what? Come and kill all of us in Yoruba land when we say we don't want any military. This time around, it won't be like no military. There will be no Nadeko race. There will be no Afenifere race. There will be nothing like pro-democracy nonsense. No. We just tell whoever that general is to hold this northern Nigeria. Don't call this a mouth. Nigeria has gotten to that stage. And all we need to do is to continue to let people know that ace is in your hands now. Those who are still yet to tell you, right? They will think you have no idea of what is going on. If any military coup is declared in Nigeria, civil war will follow, and the final breakup of Nigeria will end it. And that is not even a prophecy. Just pay attention. They have lost, they know in northern Nigeria right now, all these caliphate guys, they know that they have lost total favor, total control. Even the allies they were trying to build, their allies are now useless. You know, they used to build allies. They would say, we have just built allies with the Yorubas, or we just built, like they did in bringing Buhari to power. It was a political alignment. Tifnumbu made an ally of Buhari, right? And that is automatically called Yoruba Hausa Fulani alignment, or we have become allies. But today, we can tell you confidently, when this whole thing finally comes down, like fully down, even Tifnumbu will run away. Obasanjo that is talking about minorities, they will smuggle him out of that place. You see, this guy, those ones that are doing national prayer coordinator nonsense, the guy who decreed the 1999 constitution that is creating this problem, Abdul Salami Abubakar, he is from Niger State. Niger State, as we speak right now, more than 4 local government areas are now in the control of Boko Haram. Abdul Salami Abubakar is more interested in how they are going to control Nigeria, how they are going to continue to hold power using that decree 20 or decree nonsense called 1999 constitution. Everybody will run away. Let them bring one Aboki, because I'm saying this now just to let you stay alerted, because what they are doing in the eastern Nigeria, what they plan to do in western Nigeria is called genocide, the same subjugation. And they need somebody over there to continue to still believe that he controls Nigeria. And at that point, we will let the Niger Deltans actually go ahead. They will be the first to declare their republic if any coup is declared in Nigeria tomorrow. Even if they bring one Southerner to come and be that your new military, say we are trying to save Nigeria because the democracy in Nigeria, politicians have destroyed this and that, then they will just give Buhari, as usual, is a demented retirement arrangement in Niger Republic. The entire country can continue burning. Now they can then say one of their generals in call, he has now come to come and save all of us, including me, all of us in Yoruba land, all of us. You know what I'm talking about? And you will see some Yoruba, because as we speak right now, we have established that these guys are spending and they are gifting hundreds of millions of naira, bribing Yoruba Obas, giving them so much money in order for them to agree to give up their land. Now, This is the intention. The reason why they unleash this terror on the rest of the country is that to force all of us to listen to them and at the same time agree to whatever they want. And what do they want? Is not much. Land for Ruga that they are talking about, that is these guys. When you give them land for that Ruga, in Abuja, they will just put all the papers in. This is what they are planning, They'll put all the papers in. So in Abuja, they will just say, Buhari or anybody there has created additional 200 local government areas. You know the total local government areas in Nigeria today? They have 774, Abi. Now you will begin to have new local government areas on those land. They're asking you to cede. Those lands, the forests they have taken over, they will call them local government areas. And they will declare them in Abuja. They will do all of that. I mean, what does it take when they were creating states? Delta State was created for Miriam Babangida, simply because she's the wife of Babangida, a compensation for Miriam. So it wasn't because of the people of Delta, today called Delta State. So what would it take them to create local government and add it to your constitution that now you have 1,074 local governments? Is it not for us to just cry? I mean, shout? Or they will say, if they create local government, you go there and contest now. Meanwhile, you've created Ruga, they no bond you well. What you demand to go and contest where? And that is exactly what they wanted. Now, once they have all the local governments that are now in you will be in Ijebu, and they will tell you, sacking local government east, sacking east, sacking west. You will see just about, vast land, yeah? You will see maybe about 3 odds. No building, no rebuilding, They will say na local government. Once they plant them everywhere, it has become law. The land is theirs. They will appoint their emirs. They will be doing election. As we are doing Ogun State election, they will begin to tell you that there are Fulani local governments in Ogun State, Fulani local government in Lagos State. They will say, what do you want to do? Now law. If you are not smart enough, maybe you are not thinking. So Ruga is beyond just give them land now for cows. Give them land now. Just is it not Fulanis? They just want land for cows. You will be so daft to actually believe that. So when people rejected that, and today there are Yoruba Obas. Like I told you, we are doing a lot to ensure that we have our hard evidence, so that when we begin to expose those Obas, we can let you know that those are the saboteurs in Yoruba land. Oluwo, this one that called himself Emir of Iwo back then, Oluwo, he's been doing a lot. God knows how much they gave to him, right? As we speak, is after selling all the lands, which caused him serious embarrassment in 2020. You remember, After selling all the land, now he's gone back there to go and make a deal. I don't know how much they gave to him. He's been organizing different programs in order to make the people of Iwo to believe that they are Fulanis. And as well, he said, every Fulani rejected in any Yoruba land, they are welcome in Iwo. I don't know how much they pay him. All right? But it can always, it can always be very, very, so unthinkable. I'm just giving you an example. There are many, many Obas like that they are giving stipend to. And because they believe that it's our land, ancestral land. Oh yeah, we'll give you 100 acres. Just give us something. How much? I say we'll give you 200 million naira. 200 million. I'll give you 100 hectares of land. In fact, you can take the entire, including that village there, just bend on their side. Now you get all the land. They are doing it in Yoruba land right now. And there are those that will tell you, Tifnumbu is coming to come and save us in Yoruba land. Because as they are collecting money from Tifnumbu, they are also collecting money from the Fulani terrorists and their elites, paying them as we speak. You will wake up one day, all I've just told you now, if you continue to champion for that one Nigeria, it will come to pass. And this agenda is a long-term one. When I say long-term, it is not an agenda that is meant to be, once Buhari leaves, that's it. That is not being smart. It's called being naive. The agenda is to keep the power. They wanted a troubled country to be able to keep power. You can't tell me you are smart and you are not saying that. When they overthrew democratic elected government simply because the Shagari rigged Awolowo out through Obasanjo in 1979. And the same Shagari ended up as what they called a monumental thief, corrupt government. Buhari took over from Shagari. Corruption jumped ladder because those they called corrupt, all right, are those they believe, they told us are corrupt. Meanwhile, as they were living with trails of rotten morality. But nevertheless, Babangida took over. When they were like, oh boy, this whole thing don't they cause wahala. Let us see those people we can make them feel like they can have hope again in Nigeria instead of them walking away with what we did to Awolowo after rubbishing Awolowo, after Awolowo died. Now, maybe we can still hold Yorubas because they are now talking about Oduduwa Republic. Oduduwa Republic campaign has been as old as Yoruba land history. Let me be honest with you. So what did they do? They called their friend, their best friend, MKO Abiola. Oh, you are a Yoruba man. Well, how about you run for office? After they ban on ban, those they will ban just to pave way to make Yorubas feel like, yes, once we gain that presidency, forget it. These northerners they don't know how to rule. MKO, you know what I'm talking about. So everybody, those who felt like with what you did to Awolowo, Yorubas should be so smart enough to never have anything to do with Nigeria again. But again, those who are treacherous among us, who believe that they could have their own fair share too. So they parley with them, the carrot and stick. Then when Abiola finally came and Abacha started killing and hunting everybody, they said, oh boy, we don't mess up again. You know what? Let us call on the Yorubas. How can we get, they love democracy. They are so fond of this democracy. Yorubas, because they thought they are educated. Democracy, government of the people. Let's tell them that they can have democracy. In fact, we'll give them presidency. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, what can we do? No. Instead of using decree, you will give them constitution. Okay? Instead of appointing, military head of state, a military administrator for them, let them pretend that to be electing them. But we will be the one. We will be the puppeteer, who is actually pulling the string on the puppet, right? And they sold it to them and said, go and bring Obasanjo, the man condemned to death. He will likely be able to play game. He is also a one Nigeria addict. And maybe democracy will sound good to him, a mix of democracy and military. So they brought Obasanjo and they sold that to Yorubas as if to say Yoruba will be able to actually elect their own person. Olufalaye, who contested, you know the story of Olufalaye today. So that gave so many Yorubas again, hey, yeah, Nigeria, let's see. Even though Yorubas didn't support Obasanjo, but Yorubas thought that, well, that's an opportunity. It was a lie sold to us, right? Now that they are losing everything, they have realized that that idea of selling democracy and giving it to Yoruba again, that may be dangerous. Or maybe we should do it two ways. Let us put the entire country in chaos. Let us destroy the military completely and empower the terrorists and make it look like the civilians, they cannot undo us, secure the country. And the whole world will be calling. Even Nigerians will be asking, military should just take over, Joe. Military should just take over. All this civilian nonsense, they should just go to hell. I prefer military. So once the country is in chaos, and everybody is now saying, give us military, right? Since Buhari, who initiated the whole genocide, right, is already going to be away. A lifeless mannequin. So instead of the power to go back to another politician in the south, right, maybe we should just overthrow Buhari. But what they are doing is that they are considering the effect of that. If we overthrow Buhari, it will be on record that for the second time in history, it was overthrown by military. Maybe We should let the chaos continue, and including by the time they add election to it, and the country is completely divided, and they start their war, then we can just take over. These two options are very, very active options. I don't know how best I can describe it to you or describe it for you. But I believe you are smart enough. We are all smart enough to understand what I'm talking about. This is the agenda, and the chaos I'm talking about is this sudden strength, so powerful, Fulani terrorists and Boko Haram. Like suddenly, they've become so powerful to now envelope the entire country. That is deliberate. While the military are also busy killing civilians in eastern Nigeria, in western Nigeria, in Middle Belt, ignoring the atrocities of the terrorists. In fact, sending their own soldiers to their death in order just to continue the whole desecration. They've destroyed all institutions. What does it take now? Just one gang, 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 fellow Nigerians. And let me tell you something. That is just going to be, if any fellow Nigerians announcement happened, any moment from now, that is just somebody finally announcing the breakup of Nigeria. Then Nigeria will, stroll into civil war. By then, we want to see how much of these Nigerian soldiers, Nigeria Air Force, and so many other paramilitaries they are using to kill civilians to protect the terrorist government in Nigeria. We want to see how many of them they are going to send everywhere, when majority will be holding their own guns too. Nobody is going to be part of a Nigeria that another Aboki, another Fulani terrorist who is currently lurking around now. Maybe they are even grooming him now. They are grooming the person who is going to overthrow. Right? They are grooming him. Everybody is watching everybody. They are telling him it's not time. Wait, it's not time. It's not time. When it is time now, you know. So then they will go and write the speech for him. Okay? They will say, the whole country is burning. We have to save our country. The same military that cannot stop Boko Haram, the same military that cannot stop a Fulani terrorist, let them declare a coup. And they will now declare a coup and tell us that it's because they want to save Nigeria. It's because they want to blah, blah, blah. You will be so dumb to believe them. And I'm preparing you. I am preparing all of us, because that is the end result. If you don't have an idea yet, I just gave you a picture. I told you, it's all deliberate. Very deliberate. Very deliberate. Unknown gunmen in eastern Nigeria, burning down a police station, killing policemen, taking away their guns. Unknown gunmen. Yeah? And you believe that? Yet, they are paying people to spy, brothers spying on brothers, telling them that I know my brother is an ESN member. He's going to come home this weekend. When he comes home, you can come and get him. Now, that's what they are doing in Olu. It's so sad. It's all to trigger and make the ESN and IPOB members turn it into a guerrilla war. Unknown gunmen. And you believe that. In Yoruba land, they are calling them bandits and Fulani herdsmen, others farmers clashes. But we know they are Boko Harams. So the soldiers will now come. Somebody will now declare a coup. In today's, forget it. We will see how that's going to play out. I'm not saying they won't do it too, but I can tell you confidently that if any coup is declared in Nigeria today, just give us the identity of the person that declares it. That's all we need. And I can assure you, it's going to be the declaration of the breakup of Nigeria. Automatically. And at that point, it will be very, very good to tell our own brothers and sisters who are still left in that terrorist-infested Nigerian military, Nigeria defense. It will be the right time to make that call. Come back home. Do not come to Yoruba land to kill your brothers. Let them send those terrorists they are giving uniform to. Okay? but it will be the total breakup of Nigeria. You can hold me for that. I mean, write it down and write my name underneath it. Any declaration of coup will be the declaration of breakup of Nigeria. Okay? Here is something. I picked this up from what El Rufai said. You remember it was El Rufai during the Goodluck Egbere Jolantan's time that said if they have to pay ransom to free any kidnapped school children, they should pay it. And you can then go after the money. Sheikh Gumi came. That is the Kaduna Osama bin Laden. Gumi. And he said, what is wrong with us? Tell the CBN to give us 100 million. And then we can release the girls. Then you can go after the money. The lives of the girls, that's, you know what I mean. But El Rufai is changing his narrative today. Changing his statement. And honestly speaking, I am not holding him to it. It says they are ready to lose some of these students in order to free them. Consider this as part of the media, blah, 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 blah. But he said it. They are ready to lose them. Kill them. That's what I mean. Watch this.
Production of the Afaka young people, I was assured by the Air Force and the Army that they know where these kidnappers are with the students and they have encircled them. And you've asked me what am I going to do? We are going to attack them. We'll lose a few students, but we'll kill all the bandits and we'll recover some of the students. That was our plan. That was the plan of the Air Force. That was the plan of the Army. The Air Force will attack them from the air, and the Army will have a blocking force on the ground and they will attack them. That was the plan. But they slipped through the cordon of the Army. That's why they were not attacked. So we're not just saying we'll not negotiate with bandits, we're doing nothing. We try to trace them, track them, and engage them using military force. We know it's risky. We know in the process we may lose.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education. The Greenfield University students are still in captivity as we speak. And the terrorists are still demanding for 100 million. The Afaka student is talking about, oh, the military know where they are. The military has cycled them. We will lose some students, but, model it up like, but they got to know, and then they ran away. Absolute balderdash. Gumi said it was him and Obasanjo that negotiated the release of those Afaka, they call them the College of Forestry Mechanism in Kaduna. They were kidnapped about 2 months ago. So, and the kidnappers were demanding for 800 million at first. And eventually they said the only deal they negotiated was to pay them 15 million naira and then release some of the notorious Boko Haram terrorists that are in custody, that they should release them, including some of the bandits. We don't know the numbers of how many bandits they released, but that was the deal. And they released the students. But the Greenfield University students, they are still in captivity as we speak. Buhari said he is appealing to the terrorists to release the children. That is the country you have now. And that's how sad it is. So if a governor came out today to say, you better defend yourself, and a Yoruba governor comes out to say, oh, you have to hand over your gun, then you know who your real enemy is. Let me use another half an hour. Just to make sure that we still do what we plan to do tonight. I'm going to open the line to everyone, for everyone who might want to call in, okay, tonight. And we'll have just half an hour for this. If you're up for it, the line is opened. Try it. That will be the, the WhatsApp call only, remember. So I'm going to open the line. Hello.
Maiyegun, Baba.
Sir, man, you didn't
Well
see
done,
what I went through tonight. It was sad.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Maiyegun, Baba. It's your guy, Ima from Birmingham.
Ima, you are live, please.
Hey.
Go on.
Baba. Well done. Oh, Adupe. Thank God, say some people don't see sense. So this country, if the more we keep it, the more Nigeria is meant to kill you. You are like a fish on a rope. They are reeling you in, reeling you in, reeling you in. Even if it takes them 20 years, they will just be reeling you in until when the time is, they will pull you out of water, kill you. That is what Nigeria is doing to you people. So I thank God. You see that land where they talk say Benue people must give that Ruga land or else we will die. We will die there. We died there. That land was ours, it's ours, and will continue to be ours. Whether we die, we give our children, it will be ours. It will be chief people's land. So forget that Ruga thing when they talk. Everybody stand up now. Governor, do not tell now. Stand up now and start defending yourself, or else they will kill you like chickens. Thank you, Maiyegun. One love.
So much, Emma. Yeah, one love, man. Have a good one, okay? So, is another caller. Hello. Hello there.
Hello. This is from Canada. I'm talking with regards.
Yes, please go.
Can we send the to these people? Lightning. It is our land they come. Let us call the owners of the land, our ancestors. Come on. Yoruba niwa. Biafra niwa. Kilo shele. What's happening? Hello?
I'm with you, man.
Yeah. Because this now, whatever it takes, because they are out to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Because it takes so much effort to come from your place, to come and meet somebody in their own space. I mean, that person does not mean good. So we have to use everything we have, please. Besides the fact that we are carrying AK47 or whatever it takes, this time around, everybody should be aware.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I have another caller. Hello. Oh dear. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Great. Your name and where you're calling from? You're live.
Okay. Hi. My name is Jude. I'm calling from Virginia in the USA. I stopped. Yeah. Yeah. You hear me, right?
Clearly, we cannot hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So I stumbled into you like 3 days ago, and since then I've been like hooked. So like 2 days ago, I think you just read my mind. You just said exactly what I was about saying. That these guys have refused to compromise. Just that refusal to compromise will tell you that they have a plan. They have refused to compromise on true federalism. They have refused to compromise on regional governments. They have refused to compromise on everything. All they are crying for, or all they are pursuing, is the unity of Nigeria. And that is false. That is a big fallacy. I am Delta Igbo. I am married to a Yoruba lady. I studied in the North, FGC Kwale Abuja, and ABU Zaria. So I know how all our major tribes, I know how we behave towards each other. And I have been very observant since my secondary school days as a GSS1 student in FGC Abuja. And I saw how these Malo people treated us. And it's unfortunate. Even in my forum right now, where we all chat, is a forum of former students of 92 set FGC Kwale Abuja. We all chat. When it comes to all these things regarding Nigeria, all the Malo guys will just keep quiet. They won't say anything. They will keep quiet. Every other person is there arguing or complaining and everything. All they will do is keep quiet. When you see them posting, you see them posting articles of unity. You see them posting article of a pastor saying Muslims and Christians are one. Love, peace, everything. So it's all a joke for them. Then another point I want to make: if you notice, right, Nigeria is too diverse. It's too diverse economic, culturally, to be put together as one state, one nation, trying to observe a unitary government. We are not. Yoruba since the 60s, since the 50s, the Yoruba tribe had over 15 to 20 million people. At that time, Yoruba tribe was big enough to be a nation called Yoruba Nation. At that time of 1960, 1950, the Igbos had about 15 million people. The Hausas had another 20 to 25 million people. All these tribes were big enough to be called nation states on our own. But the British came and just put everybody together, and this is what is happening. If you even check Europe right now, why do you think Europe is all filled with little countries? France, Germany, Sweden, England. These are different tribes. They knew they couldn't all be together and say they were one big Europe. They all broke up to be little states. That's what broke up USSR, Yugoslavia, because when you're bringing people with diverse culture and all that into one, it's going to be very difficult, especially when you now mix the religion mix into it. A major one tribe is fully one major religion and all that. So I like what's going on right now, and I hope everything will end well. I hope I don't mind Nigeria being together, but let it be run as the United Kingdom. Every region take care of itself, while the federal government takes care of diplomacy, military, currency, and that's where it stops. I'm here in the United States, and I see how the United States is being run. Nigeria tries to imitate the United States, but we are only imitating where suits the presidency. In the United States, all the taxes, majority of the taxes are paid to the local governments. And that's why the local governments are buoyant enough to build roads, to build houses.
Yeah, you only have about 2 minutes, but we've spent about 7 minutes. But thank you so much tonight.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So I will hang up and I'll be listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that. It's a great pleasure, okay? Let me take another call. Hello?
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, ma. Your name?
So we appreciate you and we love you and we love your show. God bless you.
Thank you, man. And you too, ma. Thank you so much, ma. You didn't tell me your name, ma.
My name is Fentola Ayeguti from US.
Amazing. It's a pleasure, ma. You have a good evening, ma. We are all.
You do likewise. I'm new. What's you?
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi. You are true to Maiyegun General. So, your name?
Yes, my name is Mr. Stephen Olusegun Obadino. I'm glad I'm able to get you this time around. In fact, the man that just spoke, I feel disappointed in what he said. Why? First of all, he's telling that, first of all, he said, that he does not mind for us to unite. Look at since the time of our independence, 1960. I was born in that year. I'm now 60 years old. I've went through a lot, though I'm in US, I'm in New York. I've been in law enforcement here for over 30 years. I've retired. However, my intention, ever since 30 years ago that I was here, it was like, I've been in law enforcement and I have already planned, my plan was after a few years, 20, 30 years, I will be going back to my country to be of use to my country. For good 60 years, even though I've been here, to God be the glory, I've never regretted a day in my life. I've been in the government for years, and I did not see any reason why somebody will tell me now that we still have to, try to unite or still be Nigeria. It seems like that statement is what those politicians have been using on us. Anytime they want to talk, they will say, okay, yes, we should still, this is how it, but the point is this, any good thing that they want to say, they will be telling us, oh yes, okay, you see, in America, some bad things are happening over there. Why do we have to imitate them? There was never anything that Nigeria has ever imitated in Nigeria. In America.
Unity
you know
what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
there was never
just a word and not an act.
You see, to unite now, to still be Nigeria is like, I think it's just a very bad statement to me to use. You think anybody that says that is drawing us back for good 60 years. For good 60 years, Nigeria has never improved. You see that we are going from worst to worst. And now you tell me, when you're telling me now that Nigeria is trying to imitate America, what type of imitation is that? What have they ever even gained? What have they ever done that really shows that they were close to America? There was nothing. There was nothing. Other than that, they will judge everything.
One thing there, sir, is that, is probably also right, but that unity word came out to me. I actually come out wrongly to you, right? And to many other people that feel the same way. What he was saying is that even if we have to be together, we should be like United Kingdom, right? Where everybody is in his own region.
But it never happened. It never happened. I will love it. I would love it if they could imitate, and that imitate could be vivid to us. For 60 years, nothing shows that. Nothing shows that. There was nothing that can ever show that ever show us that they try to imitate America.
Nothing. And there's nothing that
there was nothing.
Source that they are going to be honest now. There's nothing that will come.
Exactly.
Nothing.
So there's no reason why we should continue to beat around the bush. Okay, if we are talking about, I will love them to be like America. If they were able to be like America, it would be so nice.
It's a wish.
But there's nothing like that. So what do we have to continue to be talking about imitation? They did not do anything.
That's true.
There was not all our leaders. You tell me since 1960, I cannot even pick one out of all our leaders that has that has the sense of responsibility, no sense of accountability. They don't even if to see a good leader sometimes we say, oh, this thing happened, it is my fault, I will try to make a correction. There was nobody.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me take another call just to manage our time, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir. Nice. I'm so nice talking to you, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.
Pleasure. Stay safe, sir. Bye bye, sir. So that's a big one. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
This is Sewani from Paris.
Say that again, sorry.
This is Sewani from Paris.
Sewani from.
This is Sewani from Paris.
You say Sewani?
From Paris. I'm a native of Badagry. Sewani. I'm a native of Badagry.
Oh, fantastic. Sewani. Did I pronounce that right?
Sewani. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. I got it.
It means Oluwaseun.
Oluwaseun.
Oluwaseun Yoruba. Yeah.
Nice one, Baba. You are live.
Thank you so much. I've been listening to you since 2014. I've been following your program.
Thank you.
You have been a very nice guy. I've been watching you. You have seen a lot of things within my family cycle. May God continue to bless you.
Amen.
What you have said today, I heard everything you have talked about this night. But one thing I'm confirmed, I told my people is that it hasn't got to the stage when they begin to feel the heat. They will not tell you before you know that you have to do the right thing. I always tell my people, we cannot achieve any great thing in this world without the truth. Nothing cannot be achieved in this life without truth. The truth is needed. When everybody throw truth to the government, then by then things will begin to move successfully. From your analysis this evening, you talk about when you talk about. I've seen it from that angle, and I know all Igbo too. They know that Igbo, they are prepared. The Biafra people, that is why they are unleashing them. They want to break them. You know that we Yoruba, we have not prepared at all. I'm using the opportunity to tell our Yoruba people, because we are subdivision of Yoruba. What I want them to know is that either you like it or not, it will come to your door one place. I'm using this to tell those people, the town crier for all these corrupt politicians. That time is coming. They will come to their door. They will not know if you have a brother or uncle. I told my family at home, talk to your people. Those who have collect 1,000 from this politician. A day is coming, they will come and meet you over there. Repent and do the right thing. I've been coming to this one for vacation. But there was a day I went to my boss, may he rest in peace, which is Dr. Abubakar Momo. I asked him, please, I need to work. When I finished, because I started in Yobe State, 2008. It was then I've been seeing the victim. All those things going around in Yobe State today. I was in Politico, serving there. After 3 weeks, the 3 weeks spent in the camp, I have to relocate. I relocated back to Surulere. That's where I finished my service. Because as at that time, you have to put on the job with Tesba in your hand. 2008, this Boko Haram stuff have started. But the thing has not run face to the global world. I bought Dalamia with Tesba to work.
You, man, wearing a
Jalabia when I'm a Christian. I have to go and buy it. I bought it, Dalamia, with Tesba. You have to hold it. Because that time we have been seeing the traces in 2008. The next I have to travel back to Abuja to go and meet the general. He sent me to one General Amatekai. I will not forget the man. Amatekai. It was one that said, where do you want to start? I want to go back to Lagos. This is what I saw that is happening in Yobe State. He said, okay, no problem. The next day he said, go back to Lagos. You see your letter. I was in Lagos State when I received a call that should just come and pack. I said, I told him I don't want to go there. He said, don't worry, they'll do everything. It was the man that did everything. Then I have to relocate back to school. That's why I finished my service.
And it's gone worse now. 13 years after that.
When they are showing the school, I was telling my wife, look at this school. I know this school. This is a school whereby it's only 2008. This thing have started. People don't know. Maiyegun, what you just said, this is where it's going to end. All those so-called, all those Tinubu thieves. I pity them.
They will run away
because
as usual. They won't
people
be
don't know.
No.
Because when the thing started, they don't need to go and look for who are you going to catch. We know those who are going to attack at that time. Those who are going to draw the Agbara Jasa, we know all of them.
Thank you so much.
I'm just telling my people in Lagos State to continue themselves. Thank you so much. May God bless you, Maiyegun.
Call as well. It's actually a pleasure
to you welcome
tonight, man. Thank you.
You are welcome. Welcome, Maiyegun. Okay. Bye. Okay.
So I have another call. Sorry. Yes. Hello.
Maiyegun, do you want me to start?
Please, sir. You are live. Your name?
Yeah. This is Prince as usual. So now I know the Caliphate. Yes, Prince. I know the Caliphate is looking. I know rufai is watching now. I know Baba Obasanjo. All the senators are watching now. Where is it done? The Fulani herdsmen that was invited to Nigeria, where they are coming from? They are experiencing drought. Where they are coming from? They are coming from Central African Republic, where they want to overthrow there and they meet their Waterloo there. And you are now taking them down to the southern Nigeria, to the eastern part of Nigeria, to give land to them for Ruga. Where is that done? Is that not a slap on Tinubu's face? Is that not a slap on Obasanjo's face? Is that not a slap on Papa or Naribanjo's face? Which Nigeria which united Nigeria are we looking for? There is nothing like one Nigeria, only one God. These people, they have pushed their luck too far. And I tell you what, thank God that this thing happened now, that it didn't, it wasn't delayed. Because they will have integrated all the Selicans. The people that fought in Central African Republic into Nigeria Army.
And
now people that are no. I know, but now it will have been more serious then. Now it will have been more. But now, thank God for everything. These people are from Central African Republic, where they want. You know, the leader of Selican in Central African Republic is a Nigerian. He was a Nigerian. The guy that overthrown there. Do you know that? He was a Nigerian. So now, that's the reason why they want to look at when people that have been displaced in Central African Republic, you are now bringing them down to South. And Fayemi is giving them land for Ruga. All our southern government want to give them land for Ruga. What kind of Ruga are they?
Our brothers, they are disarming us. They are telling us to go and give our guns back to the police.
No. I can't do. Maybe I can't do. You see what I want to say is that now all of them, Obasanjo, Tinubu, Papa Adebanjo, do you want to leave us with a bobby trap? These people can never change. In the military, if you watch Dia trial, Dia say, how can the so-called southern people that are, that you allege that plan a coup that never was, none of them control a troop. Where would they get resources to fight to stage a coup? Set up. Even in that, if you watch that clip, Dia even said that military needs restructuring. Everything from head to toe in Nigeria needs restructuring, but the time of restructuring is gone. Now we want everybody should go on his way, because now if you watch, I watch a channel television. One of them now say, Tinubu, they are old, and young Nigerians should come together on board. Any young Nigerian that go and form alliance with this Fulani Caliphate, they will meet you out their Waterloo. They will set up for them, as you are always saying. Nigeria has happened to Abiola. Nigeria happened to Obasanjo, but God save him. He will have been dead now. For him now to be saying that minority is going to suffer, I want to ask them one question. I know they are listening. Their birth certificate, was it not for Dudua? Was it not for Western region or for British colony? Why did they want to die as a Nigerian?
Prince, thank you so much.
Come on, Prince for TV for Nigeria. Carry on.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure talking to you. How come those who were born in the colonial era, those who were born and whose certificates are Western region certificates, how come they all want to die as Nigerians today, or asking all of us to die as Nigerians is unfortunate? Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. This is Dapo calling from Coventry.
Oh, Dapo, you are live. How are you doing tonight?
Not too bad, Maiyegun. And I guess you're the Nostradamus of our time. Nostradamus couldn't have said it any better, all you've said, people, maybe people would have think it's still going to happen. There is no way that is whereby the situation of Nigeria is going now, that we would not have a military takeover. The handwriting is actually on the wall, and everyone can actually say it. Or something like that. Yes, it's all written, and this is what I think Buhari must have calculated everything. Everybody knows that Buhari is incapable and is an absent president. I don't know why a president would not come on TV to address the nation when there's a crisis, looming around. Where is the president? And nobody is saying anything about it. And even the APC National Assembly members, the APC National Assembly, the House of Representatives members are not saying anything about it. It shows you that there's a lot going on the ground that we are not knowing about. Because you can't just have a president sitting in Aso Rock and doing nothing. Maybe the guy is just really dead. We don't even need anybody to tell us that. Maybe Buhari is just no more. We just have a president who is an imitator. It's actually very evident. And concerning what
some people are saying that that the same Buhari that contested election 3 times, got rejected 3 times, and then eventually declared winner the 4th time. They said if that Buhari was alive, it's not this mean. But some other people said, well, you have no idea of that old Buhari. That's exactly what you want to see in Nigeria, and it's happening.
Probably. Even my mom, as old as she is, right? She believes that Buhari is dead. So it's what is going on, and everybody's just getting a great grasp of what is happening now. And concerning what rufai said, rufai being the governor that he is right now, he's lost a child before, and you would feel that he would feel a sense of empathy, for people whose kids are actually being kidnapped. And he's telling them that, we would invade and we would lose students. How can a sitting governor be saying that?
You would think he actually meant that. It's just for the media. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Where did the Air Force surround them? Where? For 2 months, they are pushing those children in the bush. Where did military surround them? It's just for the media. 2023 election is coming.
So do you think he's saying it for the media?
It is. That nonsense is saying. It's not going anywhere.
But you wouldn't even say, even though it's for the media, you wouldn't come and say a reasonable kind of person who has got a mental faculty. Exactly. You shouldn't be saying that on air. And I look behind and I see stacks of books. What kind of book is he reading, for God's sake? And this is a man who has become a minister of state, or minister of what do you call it in Abuja, and he transformed Abuja.
Capital territory. Yeah.
And you think, where did they get their reasoning from? It looks as if when you become a national leader, probably when you become a governor or a president, you just lose your sense of reasoning, you just lose your sense of belonging, and you just start saying rubbish.
It is called quota system. Don't work yourself up on it. It is called quota system. Sometimes we expect too much. And when they disappoint us, we begin to ask, man, these people that are supposed to be intelligent, these people that are, come on, man, it's quota system. Don't expect too much.
It's true. It is very sad that we find ourselves in this situation. And my last comment is actually, we that live abroad, right? It seems like we are more knowledgeable about things happening in Nigeria than people who live in Nigeria themselves. You will go on social media, attack some political people. People would even be attacking you for saying the right thing. I don't know how that comes into place, I just feel. And you will see people hailing these people. You do well, you're fine, you're good, you're doing this. These people are depriving you of the social message you're meant to have.
They say you can't it's shameless. Baba.
It is true. It is true, sir.
It's unfortunate.
It is true, sir. Yes, sir. So that is just...
Go on, sorry.
That is my comment, Maiyegun, and thanks a lot for all that you do, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right.
Very much.
All right.
Good evening, okay? Right. Yeah.
And you too, sir.
I have a caller. I hope I've connected that. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
Yes, I can hear. Okay, my name is Kula Falara from Lagos.
I thought as much. It's you. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, my brother. I'm very well. Maiyegun, Nigeria. It is. There is no argument about it. Nigeria is destined for doom. I'm not a province of doom. Rather, am I like a pessimist? But based on our things, which all of us can see the antecedents. Don't every day when I wake up, I resist an urge to listen to headline news from Nigeria. Because your depression will be depressed. There is nothing good that come out from that country every day, every minute. And there is a saying that anyone that does the same thing, same way over and over is a mad person. And we have done this in Nigeria for the past 60 years. There was a previous caller that said he's 60 years old. A 60-year-old man is almost a grandfather, an accomplished man, that has seen the end of a career. And here we are as a country at that same age. We are still learning to crawl. We have not started even walking. Recently I came back into the country, and And you know, this thing that happens when you've been away from Nigeria for a while and you get back into the country, it's like you've gone for rehabilitation and they brought you back into your drug addiction. You know, you get to see it the way you never saw it before. You know, and the mega city that we are shouting in Nigeria, Lagos State, to move from point A to point B in Lagos is almost an impossible task. You know, you spend 5 hours for a 20-minute journey within Lagos. And one thing in Lagos now is Fulani Okada riders, they've taken over everywhere in Lagos. You know, it was in the past that Lekki Ikoyi as reserved for the elite. If you go there now, my brother, you'll see thousands of Fulani men, unemployed youth, at every turning, at every junction. People sitting down to do. It is going to lead to somewhere. You know, and the earlier the country disintegrates, the better for the people. Already there is nothing that is happening in the war-torn country that is not happening in Nigeria. We have refugee camps. It is equally distributed across the region. We have rebel leaders that are strategically positioned across the region. Massive weapons across the country as well. So the earlier Nigeria break up, the better system.
So unfortunate. Kunle, continue, please.
Yeah, I mean, that's my submission.
Thank you
I
so
want to
much.
make it very short.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, it's a pleasure hearing from you again. It's so good hearing from you again. You have a good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, Maiyegun, good evening.
Princess.
Yeah, Baba.
Oh, I think I'm getting used to your voice now. So, how are you tonight, ma'am?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So, you are live, please.
Yeah, Maiyegun, I've been listening, and we've all been making points. We've been making sense, you know. In a country where freedom fails, yeah, the best men will rot in filthy jail. Those licking the asses of these Fulani people, yeah? All these are firemen and co-praising them, yeah? They are all going to get hanged. On my hand, so if you really need to understand the psychology of the whole thing going on, you just need to know these people are not special. But they are trying to prove a point that they are fine, they are okay, they are this, and they believe if they make resistance futile, that people will move back. There is no going back. Oh. If you can remember very well, yeah, when our parents were growing up, yeah, and they were in school, the few ones that could not cope academically were the ones that joined the military. And those that joined the military are the ones ruling the ones that went to school. Everything. They are the ones in power now. And they were, you know, in the country of the blind, yeah, it is only a one-eyed man that will be the king, you know.
That's right.
They have to throw our parents in darkness to make us believe, there is no way out of anything. We say no more. We are not doing this anymore. People's eyes are open. People can see. And I had to talk to people this evening. I was talking to Steve. Maiyegun, we can't do this on this platform alone. Let's take this to Twitter. There are some people on Twitter, I don't say Morara. If something is going on about Oduduwa, they are still all standing. They don't need people to bring this thing on. And let them know that the Oduduwa Republic, Biafra Republic is here to stay. You can't negotiate it. We are not going back on this. We are not the generation of parents that we keep quiet for nothing. I was telling some elderly citizens that they got us where we are. We are going to liberate our children.
Right.
You know, situations of poverty, we are not going to allow our children stay there. So if IME is going to give land to people, Olórí burúkú ni Àfọ̀njá làwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. If not, Motisao has said it, and a lot of people are backing it up. Gbogbo wọn mama fọmọ delay ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ní tẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti wrong wa, all of you that have free education, that make education like it is something huge that people can have access to. Ẹ mama fọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ náwó lé lórí, ọmọ mama ṣubúlẹ̀ fún yín wò ni. Because we cannot continue like this. We can't continue like this. It is enough what it get. It is either Yoruba Republic or Biafra Republic. In fact, Afro Nigeria come and below.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Maiyegun.
Thank you so much, Princess, as usual, right? Thank you very much for your time tonight, okay? I'll take just one more call tonight before we call it a night. It's like I'm keeping some people up, by the way. Really sorry. Let's see. I think this call is from Nigeria, but it's just I'll say. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time with me tonight. It's so late. We've never had a broadcast this late in a while. But I'll take this last call. I'm so sorry if you are unable to get through. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Baba.
Oh, got you. Sorry, your name and where you're calling from, please, sir. Toju, my Augasa.
I don't go take your time. I don't say you don't try well.
I know it's been like forever. I've never heard from you in a long time, but I've been seeing all your missed calls.
Babel, we are secret soldiers, so.
Thank you so much, Baba, and I'm feeling it. That's the energy, isn't it?
Listen, make I not take your time. This is not the time for grammar. I not speak grammar. I don't stay for Toronto here over 25 years, so I don't think I really
fire down, grammar. Go on.
I don't feel understand this Maiyegun. I don't understand your one Nigeria. I'm gonna give me the definition of this one Nigeria. Make I know if I want toilet for you or if I want carry my bag. Make I begin the family. You not to give me definition.
Well,
I still need to do it again. You say not by force. You say we must kill each other. Why? Now all of us they ask them, why must it be war? I need to do it again. Biafra want to be the above Japan. Fine. Yoruba want to be the Silicon Valley of Africa. Fine. Boys' head don't finish for book. Our boys can't win now. Men and women, people are well read. Both Biafra and people are extremely well read. What is the problem here? Allah Simo, we need to do it again. One Nigeria. Give me your definition of the one Nigeria. One Nigeria. Stop it. Agitation. Stop it. Transaction. Stop it. What the heck are you talking about?
Restructuring. No. Regionalism. No. Resource control. No. Everything just have to be United Nigeria. Unity beggars. Told you?
Me, I don't understand though. The thing though, one time for Canada, Quebec, they say they need to do it again. It's not call for guns and bullets now. They say, it's not the same. Everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing okay for Western world. You know and I know. Right. Everybody do okay. Child benefit day, welfare benefit day, housing benefit day, UN, Baba, unemployment benefit day.
That's right.
People don't plan their system. Why do you have to frustrate me? Because I won't call my land, can't bring this thing.
Told you make a hard one thing. Told you make a hard one thing, sir. Yeah. You remember when Awolowo in history, when Awolowo said he was going to do free education, many of the colonialists here in Europe, they were saying, "What's wrong with this guy? It's never going to happen. It's never. They've tried it. It never worked." Awolowo did it, and they brought the model, including this country.
Exactly.
That model of free education. How do you fund it? How do you use social welfare system to fund the population that are poorly, they are poor income earners, and still get their children to get educated? Because through education they can be empowered and lift their family above that average level, right? Awolowo did it too. Oh, you both said it's impossible. How did he do it?
Make I even bust your bubble before you go. Oil money, cocoa money. They might say when you're in Upalo with cocoa money. Not around boys, not to school. My older brother then they work for Cocoa House for Apapa. Stupendous money. Now they bring come home. Which I'm cocoa money. Stupendous money. No going back.
No going back.
No going back.
No going back. I love that. Thank you so much, for your time with me tonight. Okay, I'm going to expect you tomorrow as well, because I'm going to be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday sermon. It's going to be deep. Thank you so much, Toju, and you have a good evening. Okay.
One love.
Nice one, Baba. Thank you so much, everyone, for calling in tonight. It's been a pleasure, even though we had a little glitch from the start, but you still all tuned in to stay with me tonight. So they have declared that you should protect yourself, defend yourselves. Don't wait for the military. The first person to say that was Danjuma. Theophilus Danjuma, one of those terrorists who took over with their retaliatory coup of 1966. Theophilus Danjuma, who is now from Taraba, his own state, his own share of Nigerian, the Nigerian spoil that they got in 1966, the program of 1966 that gave them this power, that has now led all of them to their disastrous end now. People are being killed in Taraba. Theophilus Danjuma said, don't wait. Don't wait for the government. You will be killed. All of you will be killed. Benue State Governor has said that again. This is a governor, elected governor of a state. Defend yourself. We'll use everything to defend ourselves. They are no longer waiting for the military. Yoruba governors, Yoruba politicians, you are still preaching unity. You are preaching this. There is no unity without justice. You will never get any unity anywhere without equity, without fairness. And do you want to tell me that you have justice, equity, and fairness in Nigeria as we speak? Do you not know that there are victims of this injustice, these abuses, and all of that? And these victims, as long as they don't get justice, where do you want to find that unity? Children, young youth who believe that they are in a democracy, they went out to express their displeasure against the Buhari's government. Yeye Bello of Kogi picked them up. They did not take, they did not allow them to have any access to any legal representation, and they locked them up for the past 1 month, as we speak right now in Kogi, for pasting the posters of Buhari must go. Is that the country that you think justice, or let me say unity, is all you have to preach? Everybody defend yourself. And I'm calling on all of us, the well-to-do Yorubas outside Nigeria, okay? All of us, Oduduwa sons and daughters. Let's take this serious. It's beyond just talking and talking. You may not know the power in numbers. I can tell you, I am a proof that there is power in number. Maiyegun's diary Politico, with the help and support I've received from my friends on different courses on this platform, showed to me that there is power in number. Let me tell all of you, all your expertise and everything, begin to think on how you are going to begin to ship them down to Yoruba land now for the defense of Yoruba land. All of you, I'm saying this. Use all the connections you have. We need to defend Yoruba land. There are young people, smart, brave people who are ready. But they're not going to defend Yoruba land with stick. They're not going to defend Yoruba land with bows and arrows, or armor and shizu. No. You know what I'm talking about. We need to begin to channel our resources now towards the people who are championing this cause. They are marked for target. They are marked for killing. They are for execution. Everyone standing up against the Fulani terrorists in every part of Nigeria is marked for what you call it, for extinction or execution. You either disappear or they kill you. Look at young people. In a democracy, you don't preach unity to these people. You give them justice.
To assembly, our right to protest is inalienable and must be guaranteed and respected. But conclusively, we must also assert that there is no getting justice in an atmosphere of total administration and gross impunity. In a situation where Buhari regime manages this kind of contraption, I like to call it gulag. And that is why the Nigerian people at this point in time must collectively rise against this government of tyranny, the government of impunity, the government of insecurity, the government of banditry, the government of terrorism, and all the things that has to do with complete anarchy.
You got that? Young people. I love that guy, by the way. They were protesting the arrest, continuous detention of their own fellow. Picked up, kidnapped by Yeye Bello of Kogi. Some of you know the story. This is part of the injustice. Same thing happening in Olu, where young people are being shot and killed, and by Nigerian military. All right, they are hunting them down and calling them ESN, and ESN. There's a video I picked up on there. I thought I should share with you. I'm going to keep it to myself tonight. I'll share that with you the next time I'm on. Thank you so much to every one of you. If you haven't really subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary, if you haven't, you can do so before you leave tonight. And if you haven't really given me that, that thumb up under this video, some people say, well, because they watch the video on their TV, they are unable to do anything. Check your remote control. Just press up in that your remote control. It will bring this slide on your YouTube, right? There you will see the like, the share, and all that stuff, right? You can use your remote control to move the arrow under the thumb up and then click OK. Then that means you are engaged with the video. I'm going to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much to every one of you. And until we see again, remember, we no be mumu, that we will allow those who are not as smart as we believe or understand power to play us again through those they are paying to deceive us. Those those criminals who continue to say they represent Yoruba land when they are actually mortgaging Yoruba land for their own selfish interest. We will not be this smart and still be caught up unaware. I'll see you some other time. If you have the time, please join me again. And good night. Yeah.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀.